What's up, Taiwan? I'm Sandy Chiu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's Premier Su Tseng is expected to resign according to local media. It's believed that Su will submit his resignation as Premier on Wednesday during his weekly meeting with President Tsai Ing-wen. Su previously said he would announce his next move at the end of the current legislative rent session, which ends on Friday. It comes as Taiwan's ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, reshuffles cabinet members following a series of high-profile defeats in last November's local elections. Su has served as premier since 2019. He's a key figure in the DPP and is nicknamed Nightbulb because of his charismatic nature and bold head. 2 former military officers have been found guilty of trying to recruit personnel to spy for China. A court in Taipei ruled that former Air Force Major General Chen Yaodong and Lieutenant Colonel Wei Xianyi violated the country's National Security Act. The pair received suspended sentences and have been fined around $30,000. The court said that it had considered the officers' clean criminal records and that their actions, quote, did not cause any actual damage to national security in handling down the verdict. It comes just a week after 3 active military officers and an Air Force captain were detained in an unrelated espionage case. The United States says it plans to deploy Marine units armed with missiles to Japan's Okinawa Island by 2026. That's according to Japanese media. U.S. defense officials say the Marines would serve as a quick reaction force as they would carry lighter equipment. The plan will be officially announced on Wednesday when Japanese and U.S. defense officials meet for talks. It comes after China conducted large-scale air anti-assault drills in the region. U.S. President Joe Biden and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida are set to meet on Friday to discuss regional defense and security. A new survey has found that 98% of working people would consider taking on extra jobs over the Lunar New Year. That's as low wages and a sharply rising cost of living are leaving many short of cash. But a growing number of companies are looking for extra hands, are also picking workers' interest in offers of slightly higher pay. John Van Triest has this report.
It's the season when Taipei's Dihua Street turns into a giant holiday market. With just over a week until the Lunar New Year, the street is brimming with shoppers and vendors' stalls. But amid the festive bustle, there are also worries about how much it now costs to make ends meet. A recent survey of more than 1,000 workers found that 98% would consider doing temporary work over the holiday period. The company behind the survey, job website Yes123, hasn't seen such a demand for temp work in 15 years. Inflation is at a 14-year high in Taiwan, and respondents said low wages, a lack of bonuses, and fears about job security are driving them to seek extra income. It isn't all gloom, though. As Taiwan moves past the COVID-19 pandemic, many companies find themselves short of workers. And over the holidays, they're willing to pay extra to increase their numbers.
春节期间也有42%的企业表示有所谓的这个兼差人员雇用的一个这个需求，那最高的时薪上限达211元，是基本工资的这个1.2倍。
Even the holiday market has temp jobs available for those looking for a bit of extra cash.
如果做个什么10天之类，可能也有1000还是2万2万多这样。
Though this period is usually seen as a chance to see family and take a break, financial considerations are now weighing heavily on many. And that means this year's New Year holiday season is set to be a busy one for workers in Taiwan. Ethan Pan and John Van Triest for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's National Financial Stabilization Fund says it recorded almost $30 million in unrealized losses last year as it helped prop up the country's stock market. The fund was set up in the year 2000 to serve as a buffer against unexpected external factors in Taiwan's equity market. In July, the Ministry of Finance allowed the fund to make its 8th intervention in stock markets in response to a volatile U.S. Federal Reserve. Finance experts hope the equity market will stabilize in the second quarter of 2023. Reports of counterfeit banknotes are on the rise in Taiwan, and the country's central bank is trying to help people spot fakes. Jaime Ocon has more.
How many children are on this banknote? The actual answer may surprise you. Reports of counterfeit bills are on the rise as the Lunar New Year approaches. And Taiwan's central bank says there's an easy way to tell if an $1,000 banknote is a fake. This commonly used note is worth about $33. Experts suggest the key is counting the children on the note, something most people cannot do correctly.
4个，4个
，4个，2、3、4、5个吧，就看这张，我平常没有在注意。
The correct answer? 6. 2 of the children are not so obvious. An expert on money explains the difference between a legitimate bill and a fake.
这4个会很明显的，可是它隐藏款就是在这里小小的，啊这边也有一个，对，那基本上摸起来，这2个隐藏款是平滑的，没有什么感觉。
The best way to spot a fake is to feel the bill. Money is a popular gift during Lunar New Year, which will take place at the end of January. And with a little knowledge, people can avoid accidentally giving their loved ones worthless pieces of paper. Damon Lin, Sam Robbins, and Jaime Okan for TaiwanPlus.
The Taipei International Book Exhibition is set to return to its usual January time slot. This comes after a 3-year disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. This year's fair is themed the multi-universe of reading. Organizers say it aims to give book lovers different ways to experience literature. It'll feature installations inspired by world classics such as The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Poland is this year's special guest country for the first time, with Polish authors set to be featured prominently throughout. The exhibition will be held from January 31st until February 5th.
我们好像真的可以回到一个过去书展它应该有的一个样子，在阅读的这个世界里面，我们可以做非常多的展演。其实它有非常多不同的角度。那我觉得书展它也一直有一个继续推广阅读的这个功能啊。
Taiwan is a country that's particularly proud of its international competitors. So to keep with tradition, we now bring you a story about a breakdance champion from northern Taiwan, who's only in the 2nd grade. Leslie Liao has the story.
You're going to want to keep count for this one. All right, you can stop, because this kid isn't coming down anytime soon. Hope you weren't holding your breath. This is Ling Li Na, otherwise known as Na Na, and he's Taiwan's latest breakdance champion. He might look like he's been grooving for decades now, but Ling is only in the 2nd grade. Last month, Na Na won the Under-12 1 vs. 1 baby battle at the Battle Pro Series in France, besting competitors from Ukraine and Japan. But how did a 7-year-old get so good at breakdancing? Just ask his parents.
就爸爸带他练啊，到处去练啊。
能击败这么多国家的小朋友算很厉害，运气也是需要靠一点运气的。
When word of Nana's victory made it back home, well, everyone at his school was happy for him. But the teachers didn't seem too surprised.
努力有成果啦，因为他真的练舞练到都半夜这样子。
在体力还有舞蹈的技能上面已经是相当纯熟。
There's no doubt that Nana is extremely talented. But when push comes to shove, he works hard too. After all, learning to spend more time on your head than on your feet is something that requires years of practice. Lian Lian and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with images of surfers riding big waves off the coast of Portugal's Nazaré. I'm Sandy Chi. Take care and see you next time.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, download the TaiwanPlus app.